Hello everyone and welcome to another live stream here on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma playing the Hermitcraft. And as we always say, what is up the world? It is your friendly neighbourhood Doom guy here, huh? What? That's not stolen, what are you on about? What are we going to do? What do we have to do today? What do we have to do? I've got some plans, I got some ideas for this area right here. We're going to come back later and brainstorm. Brainstorm sounds so cool, some of that stuff. Right now though, I kind of want to go on a little bit of a shopping spree, just pick up some supplies. We got our diamonds in there. And none over here. I made a list of what to do, and as soon as I start streaming, my brain's like, what am I doing? Okay. Yeah, let's have a little wander around the shopping district and just spend some diamonds. I've got quite a few. Oh, and daily shard. Must not forget our daily shard. Also, I believe we've got a group of people signing up to play on the Let's Play Minecraft Together server. Where's the thing for that, by the way? Chimera Dev, thank you for signing up on Patreon alongside Ruin De Salsa and Brian Swader. All signing up just a little while before the stream. By the way, I am actually here. It's not that I'll be right back. I'm just trying to show off some of the amazing places on the Let's Play Minecraft Together server. And I got to communicate with some of the staff a little while back, and they were saying that, you know, the promotion helps and that the server's been really active. We made a deliberate effort for me to put some more attention on it, you know, because in the past I played on there myself, and what helps the community over there thrive is, you know, reminders of its existence and new people joining up, and this season there has been a lot of that. So thank you for the peeps that have been playing on there and making an amazing community. And yeah, just saw a bunch of new sign-ups on my screen as my noises in my ear are integrated with all of that. Is this slightly different? No, this isn't slightly different. You know, I walked through here the other day and I was just like, there's a hole? Like, is this new? But it's not. Anyway, welcome to all the peeps tuning in and saying hello. Looks like we're all good to go. We got no audio issues, right? Hey, we just got raided by Ojo Yay. Thank you ever so much for the raid and welcome across the raiders. You're joining us right at the beginning. I've had some computer issues, by the way, recently. I've had some freezes. And not yet while I'm streaming. So fingers crossed on that one. Oh, it looks like these have been reset. Oh no, maybe not. I might have to do that. We'll go check my shop first. As you can see, I've been very active over. Wasn't there one for like 10? We could just have a little bit of an adventure today. Maintenance quest, adventure quests. 8 Minecraft advancements. I might save that for when I get back, actually. Yeah, I might save that for another time. Spend 64 diamonds in the shop. That's literally what I want to do. I wanted to go on a little shopping spree. That means I'm paying half price for everything, I guess. I love how this works, Ren. I love coming in here, getting... No, that's a weekly. Dang it! Well, that's a great weekly for next time. I just realised the error of my ways. God, I'm getting too excited. I'm looking in the wrong chest, basically. These are the weeklies, the uniques. So the daily stuff is above us. We have to do something daily today. SallyAnn123, 81 months. That's incredible. Oh, 81, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Appreciate all you do. Also, Ender, Moon, Wolf here for 6 months. Half a year right there. Hey X, have you seen MCC's public server MC Island? I haven't. You know, I'd love to go and play on some... There's so much to do in the world. I'd love to do this. I'd love to do that. And, you know, I never had the time. I can't think of anything that needs fixing. But I can go gather up some granite. Toss another hermit's head into the pit. Okay, here's how we're going to do this. That's what we'll do. Because One of the first places I was going to visit on our shopping spree was a place where you buy heads. If you watched the latest episode of Hermitcraft, I suggested that maybe, you know, maybe I want to collect them all. Right? What do y'all think? Shall I collect them all? Could be very expensive. Mobrick77, thank you for 41 months, saying almost my age. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. If you haven't commented that before, I'm going to assume you're older. See, using my brain, using the logic. Thank you so much. Everstrew, thank you for 13 months. Another month, another name butcher. Oh, how time flies by. You know, it's my specialty over here, the innocent butchering of the names. We've got Vash the Stampede here with the Prime. Appreciate you, Vash. Thank you for your subscription. Let's actually just go ahead and double up our investment here in shulker boxes. So that one paid for itself essentially. Also, I've got like the salmon head, which is worth 5 diamonds, so I can like get a bit of cash back going on. But the question is, do I want to collect them? Is that salmon head again? No, bald head was 5. Salmon head is not as rare. Let's okay, so side face, toothless, bald. So I got bald, which is like the second rarest. Pink delivery, so you can get your money back on that one. Actually, now that I think about it, there's 5 heads in each box, right? So if I want to make a collection, every time I get like the same one twice, I should sell it back to beat. Where do I sell it back? I think I'm going to buy a few more of these boxes. Okay, let's buy just 2 more for now. Oh no! Oh, jeez! Oh! God! Oh God! Jeez Louise! Oh! They keep making noise. Oh God! Ow, my ears! Oh, please stop! Please! Oh, jeez! Jeez! Please stop! Oh! 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 They're still making noise. Why, Mojang? Okay, the Warden's one thing, but these Phantoms, God, they're hideous. They're hideous. Rightio, spending diamonds. It's a shopping spree. So we're gonna spend this whole stack today, and then some, because I've already brought some shulker boxes. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more is what I would do. Hey ho, we got Jimbo here for 7 months. Haley Bailey's here gifting subs. Here they come. Mole Coid, Molly the Spy, Yo Dragon, Cosmic Moonlight, Nuka Rapture. Thank you for the gifted subs. Curls is gifting 1 to TBNR Woods. I am actually falling behind. There's so many coming in right now. Thank you, Curls, for gifting subs. Peeps, you hear your name being read out loud. Be sure to say thanks in the chat. We got Orion Exits, Bunny Run 03, Blind Disney here for 3 months. Thank you ever so much for the host, Blind Disney. Ferongil 3 is here with the Prime. Sharu Manaru for 34, and Sana of Scarva for 30. The Viking Dane for 20 months. So many familiar names here. Did I get another one? I did. Oh! Oh wait, it's the pink hat. It's not the bald B-dubs. We need that bald B-dubs. Because once I get 2 of them, then I can sell one, right? That's how this works. I wonder if B-dubs did much math. This might not end up being profitable. Who knows? I feel like I'm being suckered in at the moment, though, because I just keep playing. Well, I tell you what I don't... Well, actually, I'll hold on to the stone. That can go in the depot. The whole stones and spoons thing is rather confusing. Right. I will take the... I'm now the proud owner of 4 shulker boxes. And I've got to go put that... You know where. What's this? Okay. Shopping district map is going there. Right. I was like, SD? Oh, shopping district. That's cool. There are more trees here than last time I came through. I like it. The place is being developed. We might have another shard over here. Someone's going to lose money. It's gambling as to who, says Mathiax. Well, As long as the casino has done their mathematics correctly, then yes, I'm going to lose money. But what if they haven't? Okay, so what shops should we go to? I'm going to go to this one over here that Cub Fam made. I don't know. Actually, it'll probably tell me down here at the bottom. I got a feeling. Ow, my feet. Shop guide. Ah, so we can get leaves, moss blocks, spore blossoms. My issue is that I don't really need a lot. I wouldn't mind picking up some cactus for a farm. Low lichen berries, hanging roots, melon blocks. Let's go to floor numero 50. Numero 50, you say? How do I know what one I'm on, Cub? How do I even know? I think it's the next one. Huh? I must be mistaken. I mean, I didn't even attempt to count, did I? So... 1 diamond, 2 stacks. 2 diamonds for you, sir. 2 diamonds for you. And I like that I can just whiz off the side here. I've been to Korean shop. There's no prices. I couldn't find like a price label. This isn't selling anything yet, and this one has been here a while, so surely... That's not the entrance. Surely there's something for sale over here. Wow. I thought that was a lamp box. Oh! We are greeted by Peter. Hi, Peter. This is your little hangout spot. Is that how this works? Ah, it's a Giga shop. Wow. Is it meal? That really blends in. Do you know why? Because usually the letters have got like a little border around them. Giga Jacks. Dang, this is like an amazingly different looking build. Jack-o'-lanterns. Please. Ooh. That's crazy looking. Please tell me they sell more than just jack-o'-lanterns here. I'm not in need of jack-o'-lanterns. Or pumpkins. Or pumpkins. Or jack-o'-lanterns. Dang it. I've come to the wrong place. This is a gorgeous shop though. Right, anyway. We have been streaming for 12 minutes, and I am sitting here with a decaf coffee that needs to be drunk. It's time for some sippage. Oh, it's good. It's good. Who in chat can tell me which shop I need to visit? I feel like I'm just going to end up at Impulse's shop buying beacons. They're like the most useful, functional thing I can think of. I've got my hands on axolotls already. I don't have a need for... It's all about when you need something, right? That's the problem with a shopping spree. Everywhere I go, it's like, I don't actually need any of this stuff. How much are these? It's 1 diamond block for 16. 16 will make 8. So 9 diamonds for 8 shulker boxes. And we're spending 8 diamonds for 2, but then we get some of B-Dubs' head. So, you know, because you got to keep the shulker box, I think the B-Dubs thing is pretty cool. I think I'm just going to buy some beacons. I've got a plan to get a unique. After my break, if no one else has done it... Oh, do you know what? I wanted Crime Obsidian for something a while back, and I did not think about there being a shop for it. I will take 2 stacks of that. Oh, is EFO for sale? Oh, he's left a review. How very cool. Oh, no! Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, I think I'll buy three more beacons. For now. Have you visited the thrift store? I wasn't aware there was a thrift store. This is where I got some prismarine from. Again, until I actually know I need something, I just wanted to come on and spend some diamonds. I've earned so many, I just felt like, dang. Let's you know, put some money back into the economy, as they say. Darkmando20, thank you for 5 months, saying real nice shop. I don't know whose shop it was, but basically all of these are really nice shops. Ah! The splash potions. So I can buy diamond ore. IOU for 1. Oh, it's an IOU. Interesting. I've got a few of those. They're not quite as rare as you think. I actually brought this, by the way. I haven't shown it in a video yet. I brought a trident over here. Yeah, actually I was here the other day. And I don't think poisonous potatoes? Why? I think I need something specifically. What were the other services? Because there's 3 levels over here. There's like a... Wait, how do I get to the other levels? Pearl showed us that there are 3 levels. And now I'm like, how do I get there? Stairs are inside, apparently. Ah, okay, got ya. I'm glad y'all are here to help. Arjun Matt99, thank you for 35 months. Oh, it's right in front of me. That's a nifty little staircase right there. This is satisfying, apparently so. Don't know what all of that is for. What are we selling here? This is pain. It's the inventory sorting service, and so this one's going to be the need something removed service. Got it. Boom service. It explains itself already. Whoa. Redstone be making... I mean, with all this TNT lying around, and there's redstone signals going off, I'm a little bit concerned. Just think about it. One little misplaced bit of TNT. Bit of redstone even, and kaboom. Kaboomies. I wonder if anyone's been over here. Okay. Can y'all keep a secret? Can y'all, my chat, keep a secret? It's a big question. Well, the first 2 replies are no, and then most of the replies are no. Dang it. Well, there's a secret about this place right here, that's awaiting another hermit's discovery. Let's see if there's any evidence of someone coming by, maybe spending some diamonds. Nope, not yet. Someone has been here. Aha! Right, let's see. Let's see. Again, you need to keep this a secret, although it's probably no longer a secret. Impulse is stream? Impulse isn't on. Impulse isn't streaming. Anyway, when I go down here... Oh! Someone brought a shard but didn't use the service. How mysterious. Wait, someone said that Impulse just took one of them on his stream? That's not how this works. You have to duplicate them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 in there, so Impulse must have. $40 redstone. Okay. The logic was really... No. Hang on. Now... Oh, I know why. You got to swim. There we go. No, the redstone is not salty. Huh. Unless I... This is going to be hard to see. Unless I... Can't even see what way it's facing. Well... Find that very mysterious. Oh no, wait a minute. That would then power that. So it would shoot out the contents of the dropper. But this has still got 2 TNT in. Huh. Maybe I just need to... Wait a minute, this is so weird. Like, the fact that it shoots out the contents of the dropper, that's me making a little mistake. I didn't realise that because I did the redstone torch last. That would mean that there would be a missing record, and there isn't a missing record. I do not know what's happened over here then. Didn't place an observer. I didn't actually. I wanted to use the custom tech. So if I just use an I must be in swim mode. What is going on with this thing? This is one of my pet peeves in Minecraft, okay? I feel like the devs add things like scaffolding and swimming, and then don't play the game enough to like really get a feel for all the different places you encounter it. Like, why is my swimming now not getting me in here? It's because I'm not swimming. I can't activate swimming now. Why is that? Right? Like, usually it's a case of you go underwater and it just starts bobbing around, up and down, in and out of swim mode. Super annoying. It's not letting me go into swim mode. Why is that? Hunger. Hunger affects if you can go and swim. Wow. Huh. I genuinely did not know that. That would have miffed me for a while. Fascinating. Okay. So, it has been pointed out that there is a way easier way to do what I've done here. So that was facing the right way. See, I was using the custom tech, but that would provide an update. And then that wouldn't mess with the record coming through, which I kind of realised, like, then every record's going to come through. That's why I had the redstone go back to stop it, actually. So it would have been the one, however, it would have also got dispensed and disappeared forever. Which is kind of not what I was trying to do. So anyway, spent like 15 minutes in here just figuring it out. I could therefore just leave a whole bunch of TNT and scare a bunch of hermits, right? Like, anyone who comes in here is going to get a scare. Oh, you better be good at keeping a secret. You better be good at keeping a secret. Did I ever put my... I think I forgot to put my head in the shards thing. Right, let's put that up there. Okay, we did our little shopping spree. We've got to put that away, put this away. Right, bits of redstone go back in here. We got valuables on us. Color-coded, you see. And we've also got... wait, what did I just put in here? Oh, I put the beacons. Oh, they go in the same. They go in the same one. I knew I had two things to put away. They go in the same one. Would you believe it? Right, 3 and 4. Okay, and you know, how long have we been streaming? 23 minutes. Like that coffee needs drinking up. Madaray, thank you for 26 months. Keep up the good work. Loving all the content. Hope you're well and taking care of yourself. Thank you, my dude. All is good over here. Except, okay, I'm just going to have to take that back. Put that in there now. Rafgar says, observer generates power. That it does. Oh man, that's good. Love it. I've become a sucker for coffee. PX, I'm curious, other than you, who's admin on Hermitcraft? We got a few peeps helping out, like Jassassin. May School, Crazy Marth. They're the real admins. I'm like the liaison admin between the two. But you need that, really. Well, probably not. I don't know. You definitely need a hermit to like be involved in the back end. But maybe not for the reason I was initially thinking of, which is like someone to explain what's going on, but really, I'm not very good at explaining all the technical stuff. We did one of them around here. I've totally forgotten which one it was. Huh. totally... Was it an economy one? My brain's like... Hang on, which one was it? Dang it, I'm just going to put my... I'm just going to put them in here. Whatever. I've done both of those things already. Right, we're going to head back over to our base next. And we'll take our old base to get there. I've had a bit of like a bit of a break from working on that so-called mega base. And now the floors have turned into ideas. And I want to brainstorm what to do a little bit. Raffi Warren is here. For 30 months saying, hey X, another month, another... Asking if you are doing fine. I'm currently on a trip in England. I can enjoy my favourite Brit. You can enjoy your favourite Brit and knowing that we're breathing the same air, sort of. on the same little lump of land in the ocean. I enjoy this quest concept. I certainly wish the private SMP I'm on had something like it. Says Mana Team. Go ahead and create it. I always say that. People say like, oh, I want to be on an SMP like Hermitcraft. You got to make it. Go and make it happen. Lead by example. Right, so one of the things that I want to do is have like a different type of storage before this one, like bulk storage. And it's kind of occurred to me that we could have like some hoppers just coming down from up above, like a hopper chain to feed stuff into this bit. Right? We could get up and down out of this area using a soul sand elevator, maybe just some basic holes in the ceiling to drop down onto this area. So we can start to look at this area differently. We've had little projects like this over the side that kind of get in the way. We've got one in the wall back there, like hidden away. They need proper locations, and this isn't so great. So I'm thinking we could fill this in. No nether portal there, but a nether portal in the room above. Fill this up too. And then it's about like flying in and out of the ribs, the gaps in the ribs over here. It's going to be pretty cool. And when you come to this area, you go up top. So you got room for those little micro farms all spread around. And then you can just like dip down into this space. We can also have some bulk storage hooked up. There's quite a bit we can do up there, I think. There's also quests to throw more exclusive stuff in the pit. Yes, like a snow fox head, right? That's one of them. So, for the cactus, what I just need to do is come down here and plant a few so they keep growing. The rest I'll chuck in a chest. But whenever I get around to, you know, making a classic cactus farm somewhere, you know, there's that. Probably not going to make a big one this season. Really don't see the need for it. Yeah, and then the idea is that I fly back up and into these ribs, but they're going to need, like, I don't know, highlighting. It's going to need to be obvious how to get into them. I think cactus would belong in this one, so chuck them up there. Also, I don't know, I don't think I'm ever going to need this stuff on the go. Pretty sure it would belong in one of these. For now, I'll just drop them off here. Vines at the place at the entrance they're at. Oh, use vines, I get you. Yeah, that could be a way. Dang it, I think I might have forgotten where I put my BOO heads. Unless they were in here. Where did I put them? Uh-oh. If I'm playing the game of collect them all, it would help if I knew where they were. I thought I put them over here. Maybe I put it to the side? Oh, that's not good. Unless, did I already have it on me? Is it one of these? Yeah, it's one of these. Ah. It's already, there's chat. There's chat one step ahead. They're like, main inventory, main inventory. It's right there, X. It's so close. And we got some more stone. I dropped some of that off at the depot, didn't I? Right, so now our collection is looking pretty similar, really. Pretty similar. Only a few of the rarer ones. We got Lovestronomosity for 9 months. I'll give you a Twitch baby for that one. Not the butchered name, which blatantly happened, but thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh, that's good. That's good. Alright, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. That's some good decaf coffee. I'll admit, I'm developing a problem. So, we got the area up above to clear out. But in terms of brainstorming, one of these is going to have some signs in, or multiple signs. Or maybe eligible signs is what I should go for. This is probably the most readable one. Right, a whole bunch of signs. So we should close the rib cage, or the spine actually. So we're going to close the spine and move the portal up. That's one idea. Now the question is, like, where would the way up be? Because I kind of like the idea of maybe. I think this is going to be a little bit off limits. Yeah, there's like redstone right in the middle, so we wouldn't have one go up through here. I mean, maybe you could refinagle some of this. Nah, it'd be way too. It'd be way too risky. So basically, middle of the room, which I think is where that ender chest is. Water stream to get up into this space. So we need to get up here and drain this. There's no room for it in the corner, so dang it, I can't make up my mind. Should I use caps or not? By the way, I got a plaster on my finger, so typing's a bit weird. Sod's Law, I was going to have a little bit of dedicated time for playing guitar, you know? Either this evening or tomorrow or yesterday. And when I was cooking yesterday, I cut my finger pretty deep on the knife. So now I can't even play. It's just like, oh. I finally like figure out some time. Oh, X, always going on about playing guitar, are ya? Why don't you play it then? Well, finally I can, and it's like, nope. Looks like the light from that made it quite readable. If I put scaffolding going all the way up there, it's not actually going to block the water from like flowing down. So in order for us to get up here, we maybe just need to. Ooh, there's like a spawner thing over here. Skeletons as well. How fitting. Kind of need to just like bust a hole up in there, don't I? Let's bust a hole. I think it was like right up in that spot. And then, yeah, pretty much straight over. It's now very apparent to me that I don't have any light. This has got to be bad for mob spawning over here. Yeah, every now and then I hear some bones rattling. I think we've learned what that is. Make a farm out of it, says Zudcuff. Make a farm out of what? What is the it? This is my thing I always say. What is the it in your message? What's your favourite song played? I was watching some of the videos on my second channel. I was watching some of the guitar videos back, and I think my favourite one is the Morbid Angel song. That is just, that was so much fun to play, and it's a little bit like dexterously intensive that it's probably like not going to be an easy one just to pick up and play again, but I would love to shred that one again sometime. Oh, let's get the tools that we need for the job. Always want to have the tools you need for the job, right? That being said, this is maybe not that straightforward. As you'll see, I can pinch bits of water out, but then it's just going to flow back. So it probably makes sense for me to build some walls into this. Yeah, this is going to be a bit more work than I might have originally thought. But that's fine, that's what streaming's for, just grinding out some work. Some stuff that need doing. God, the water noises, please. Right, let's drink some water, let's hydrate. Any tips on how to get a pick out of the belly of a guitar? Need ASAP? No, I don't. That's an unfortunate thing. I tried learning guitar during some summer school thing. Haha, it was hard, says Dandy Fields. I think one of the things that made learning guitar like easier and more enjoyable for me was that I just learned to play the songs of the bands I loved, as opposed to like, I don't know, classical lessons, learning chords and stuff. Like some basic metal power chords can get you like quite a ways and play along with your favourite songs, and that can be really motivating. Whereas whenever I go and try and learn all the chord shapes, like that's always a pain. Never found it that useful either. Right, so now we've got like a bit of a thing coming together. I think we probably need to just make this selection here a little narrower. And we're out again. Yeah, some of the best songs in my opinion are very simple, like Psychosocial by Slipknot is very fast, but it's really just a few chords with some palm muting. I'm not trying to learn that one. Some of the other older Slipknot stuff I found a bit difficult when I tried. But I never really bothered to try Slipknot stuff too much. I tended to find that the tabs for them weren't very good. I think it might be just like the nature of like their down-tuned guitars and how much like stuff they cram into the sounds that maybe it's a bit tricky to decipher what's actually being played. Alright, we need another torch. Uh-huh. Oh, there's a bit of something up there, is there? Oh no, there's not. Because we got rid of it. Cool. We're going to need the means to smelt all of this stuff back real soon. Hey, we got a noise in the ear. It's Rui here with the Amazon Prime. Rui, thank you ever so much for signing up with the Prime. Appreciate you. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I'm hyped about the new Slipknot album in September, says Rambling PJ. Yeah, you know, I'll be excited to hear it and whatnot. For me though, like some bands are kind of like, they feel like they're past that ability to really rattle you and be like, wow, this is something. You know, I could be wrong. The last Slipknot album was way more impressive than I thought it would be. But for me, Slipknot's sound is a little too solidified in their first two records. So I found, actually I say first three records really. So I find a lot of what they're doing now is great, I love it, but it's like, it always lives a little bit in the shadow of those records for me. So, you know, I'm stoked, I'm excited, but I feel like the thing I'm going to be most excited for is probably something I don't know about. There ain't too many bands that I feel like, oh, this is the cutting edge, and whatever they do next is going to be like something to really catch. Right? There ain't too many bands like that on my radar. Tends to be a case of just, you know, explore, discover, and who knows what you're going to find. Like, I've been listening to this Andrew Odd, and his Andrew Odd project is really, really great. And then I found all this, like, progressive house, progressive trance type music, and it just hit the right vibe that I like. And I totally didn't expect that. I didn't think I'd be rocking some progressive house, but you know, the stuff that like surprises you is often some of the best. If you're interested in metal but want something different, I recommend Nightwish or Within Temptation. I mean, I've known about those bands for years. They're just part of that like Euro metal scene, I always call it, and they've never really done too much for me. And they're quite old now, those bands. Jeez, they were around in like early 2000s. Metal's quite a stagnant genre in my opinion. Metal and rock have got a resistance to change that's potentially unhealthy. Just feels like a lot of the time it's the same old bands over and over again. Right, I need to bust out the hoe, don't I? That's what I need to do. And we got noises in the air. Quite a few here. The Vixen 38, thank you for 42 months. Being Choir Boy is here for 65. I come bring a brain cell in 65 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support. Hope you're entertained, enjoying the stream and all that good stuff. There we go. We've cut it off. And IPA Master JKL's 1998 is here, gifting all of the subs. Goodness me. Jenny, Zeke Stuffy Pig, Today's Wet Skin, GM4K, Gibbish Drone, Impaler Swift, Banana Dodo, Suburno, Terra Wolfie, y'all been gifted subs. Be sure to say thanks in that chat. I feel like my Zoom isn't as dramatic as it once was. Jake Els, thank you again. Hersey Rennie, 2 months, and Becca's gifting a sub to Astellian. Thank you again for another gifted sub. Appreciate it. Let's now... let's now grab this thing. Actually, I feel like just going to the Nether is sometimes simpler. Oh yeah, look, my hoe is so different. It's just so different, I forget what it looks like. Right, got to be careful to not let any of these drop on the ground and not get picked up. That would just be horribly wrong. So if you see one on the ground, be sure to let me know. TLs says, I think Xisumavoid is the only one place I can talk about 2 of some of my favourite things, music and Minecraft. There'll be other places too. Music Man streams, I imagine there's a lot of Minecraft and a lot of music over there. But thank you, I'm glad you find what you like here. Hey, we got Megadose here for 12 months. A whole year. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream. He's streaming now. Oh, really? Yeah, actually, quite a bit when I stream. I see Music Man streams at a similar time, right? So, no surprise there. Let's go back to the Nether. Let's do it that way around. Wait a minute. My brain's like, wait a minute. There's more in here. Thank you, brain. That was clever clogs, that. This community is refreshingly nice considering the world these days, says Evil Freak. You know, I'd almost agree, but this community's terrible. No, that's not what I meant. Sorry, it was the other thing. You know, I think it's about what you pay attention to in the world. There's lots of good going on all the time. It's just... Oh, this is going to be noisy. Oh! Oh no, I broke something. Dang it. I didn't think it would work like that. Oh god. Alright, that's crazy. There we go. Hold down right click, then left. Oh god, that's so bad on the ears. That's so bad on me. Okay, it's all done. It's all done. God, that was terrible sounding. Yeah, as I was saying, it's about like what you pay attention to out there in the world, right? There's no shortage of bad things happening. So if you want it, you can get it, you know. There's no shortage of news. It's apparently all doom and gloom. Lonely Squid says, "Hey X, have you ever heard of the sub-genre metal step?" I haven't. Is it metal and dubstep? Because if it is, I already don't want to hear it. I already don't want to know. I'm not a big fan of dubstep. In fact, a little bit of Skrillex came on the other day, and I was like, dang, what happened to Skrillex? I went and looked it up, and he hasn't done like a record in forever. Dubstep, like, that was one of those mega hyped and then died out really quickly type deals. I need to kind of start figuring out where the base below us is. As you can see, it's not too much. Oh, there you go. It's right there. Hey, we've got a noise in the ear. It's Too Mellow 2 Marks. Resubscribing. Thank you so much. Appreciate ya. Skrillex doesn't look like Skrillex anymore. Ah, has he changed his look up? What's your opinion on self-deprecating humour? If it's funny, it's funny. Self-deprecation is always good. Just, I mean, don't I participate in a little bit of that myself here? I mean, I'm often the butt of my own joke. Because my joke is usually pretty terrible. Oh. X, do you know if there's a mod to turn the sword into a crucible from Doom? I mean, if there isn't one, you could always make one, right? Hey, this might be near the back of the room here as well. Just wondering if I'm like doubling up my efforts at all. Rightio, let's get back to the other spot over here then. Jim Man Squid, what a crazy name. Thank you for the prime, dude. Appreciate it. I don't know if that's a wall with water. It appears to not be a wall with water. Let's get some torches on this black void down here. You know, maybe I didn't need to actually do what I'm doing right now, because the plan will probably be to go up a little bit higher than the roof to give you some space between. Maybe what I need to figure out is just where the corners are. Just like all the way over here, and all the way over there. Ah, look, quite a bit of it is waterlogged. Okay. So let's go. I've lost my orientation. Let's go in this direction. It's Bryn! Thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. Hope you're enjoying the stream and having a good time hanging out with us today. So yeah, essentially we're just going to build like a big blank box above where we currently are, and then that's like our template for expansion. And I think it will refine the base into what I want it to be, or the experience I want to have a little bit more. I was thinking of building another sorter just for the start using the shulker boxes like in season 6 again. So there's an idea. So yeah, we've got to go like a ways back over here. Kind of looked like it was where that glow lichen is. So I reckon we're probably going to need to come through here like twice. Ah. In fact, maybe we don't even need to, like, make it about the room below. Let's identify where the center of the room is and then work out from there. Noff211, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. Appreciate it. Appreciate it ever so much. So that's like the middle where the water stream is going to go. So it's right next to that torch, actually. Okay, in that case, I think maybe the smarter way to think about it, if it's here, yep. Let's put the torch like that. And let's say we come up by 2. Maybe actually I'll leave... Yeah, I'm going to leave this a little bit more open. Just so I can sort of look across the room and see it. And then just go in equal distances out from this corner, right? So like 3 torches there, and we're going to go over here. Don't know how tall, but it's like a room already here for us. And then I'll build whatever I build sort of around this height. And that is a far greater plan, I think. Anna Bomb Banana is here for 28 months. Thank you so much, Anna. We got Noff211 here with the Prime as well. Great to see some familiar names. Lonely Squid says it is metal step, but it's like orchestral. It's also less true dubstep if you listen to the right stuff. I know that dubstep had a time before Skrillex and the whole change that brought on, but yeah, I definitely like the original dubstep stuff for sure. Sluchier, thank you very much for 10 months of support. We also got Heart of Think here for 5 gifted subs too. Shifty Possum, Rigid K10, Kamim Madrax, Maliayep, Liam G042. I mean, there were some total name butcherings in that one. There's no reason for me not to press this button and acknowledge the butchering of the name. Thank you so much, Heart of Ink, for supporting our community. By the way, peeps, some Twitch news going around at the moment. So Twitch is removing their exclusivity clause, which, by the way, is a really badly worded part of the contract you have with Twitch. And also one that, like, multiple different Twitch reps have said different things about. So this idea of, like, maybe I can stream on YouTube and Twitch, it's always been a bit of an iffy. Now we've got some clarity that we can actually stream on YouTube, but not on Twitch at the same time. So what I probably want to do with my streaming is maybe, like, once a month do a YouTube stream. I do not in any ways want to, like, neglect what I do here on Twitch. But I'll probably try and find a way to integrate what's happening on Twitch when I do my YouTube stream. I'll probably still have my Twitch chat open, and y'all can come along and comment and stuff. Because what I want to do is just use it to advertise what I do here on Twitch. That's all I ever wanted to do. I don't really want to move my audience off platform or anything like that. So if you see any live streams from me on YouTube instead of Twitch, I'm only going to do it like once a month to sort of promote what I do over here anyway. Just so you know. Why is the floor black? Says the penguin girl. Because the ceiling is black, that's why. I might not bring the black theme up to this level. I think on this level I might get a little bit aesthetic, but we'll have to wait and see what goes on, right? So yeah, anyway, I wanted y'all to be in the know, just so you're like, oh, X is abandoning us. Not what I'm doing at all. Hey, we got Anna Bomb Banana here, gifting a sub to a name Al Books, Anna Meow Books. You can see how my brain works, people. Anna Meow Books. Where's this coming from? It's just coming through those gaps. Where did that water come from? Like, there wasn't something above it, was there? What is a data pack, says level 100 Sneak. A data pack is a sort of Minecraft feature for loading in customization. Aha, look at this. Right, so this might be like the edge of the room for me now, I think, over here. Or at least for now. I don't know how big I need it to be. That's another problem with all this waterlogged stuff around here. This doesn't actually feel that big yet. Tunker out, thank you ever so much for 4 months with the Amazon Prime. Love your streams, X. I watch them like a VOD when I exercise at home from Argentina. Awesome. Glad to hear you exercising. Keep it up, and thank you for enjoying the content. So what other talky things can we talk about today? The last time we had a chat, some of y'all mentioned that Andrew Tate, and I went and looked this guy up, and I was just like, what? In this day and age, this guy is playing a character, I'm telling you. In this day and age, that has got to be a character. I cannot believe someone will say those things and mean it. I think it's a little bit of shock value, bad incentives. I can see why they got kicked off. So it's such a weird thing. Because when you start talking about the old freedom of speech and whatnot, when someone's being so abhorrent and disgusting, but, you know, I ain't going to get too into it. I went and checked it out and I was just appalled. See, what frustrates me about someone playing a character like that is just that there are young and impressionable people out there, right? There will be young and impressionable people who will take him at face value and consider what he says seriously. And that is quite concerning to me, to have a voice like that. I'm not sure if I agree that censorship is the right response, but certainly shedding no tears to hear someone like that's been kicked off, you know? So, Bananian says, really well said, well, he might be playing a character, but him using his platform like that makes people like his character exist. Exactly. So well said. That's it. You know, you might be playing a character, but you'll create that character in others. People can hold those sorts of views. The mind can go to strange places. I don't need this dude's ideas in my year group, if I'm honest, says Winter Pearl Bear. So has that, like, invaded the culture of your year group then? There's some of those impressionable people taking it seriously. You know, God, that must be awful. Oh, I'm trapped in a hole. The Drew Seth says, do you have a favourite mod pack created on Forge? Well, Forge is not Fabric. Your recent video on YouTube was so helpful for getting FreeCam working. Oh, cool. Glad it was. It's actually influencing people already. Yeah, luckily not around me, but I fear the day it will, says Starry Ravens. Yeah, it's crazy, just the bad incentives that the internet has are concerning. Right, and this will be the last bit right here for now, until we need to do more of this. Uh-huh. Whoops. Okay. Right, now we're building a wall in this direction, I guess, right? Now we know where we're going. Hopefully away from more of that water. And we got to do this. Nice. Winter Pool Bear says no, but they already act like they own the place and try fights and arguing with teachers. Oh, interesting. I would, yeah. I'd sort of like to know more about what it's like when people like that influence certain social environments. It's just so abhorrent. X, what would be your solution to Andrew Tate other than banning him from social media? So I feel like an answer that from me about that. I say this quite a few times. I'm in a space where I get to talk and say stuff, and oh, I got opinions on these things, those things. But like, if it came down to like real world, like, okay, it's not just an opinion, you're taking action, then you know you'd have to take that super serious, knuckle down, really give it some proper thought, explore all the different ideas out there and potential solutions. So for like an off the top of my head sort of idea, I believe you should combat bad ideas with good ideas. But the question is, how do you get those good ideas in front of people? If you build it into a system, people tend to look at it like it's censorship or something. Like with YouTube, it's now when you go on videos, there's those little disclaimers about misinformation and stuff, and that's them trying to combat bad ideas with good ideas, right? And obviously people can disagree on what the good and bad ideas are. It's a really, really complicated and difficult topic. But I think what you've got to realise is that when people have the power to like go, okay, you're silenced and we're pushing you out, then it's like, well, who wields that power? And what happens when you think you're reasonable and now all of a sudden you're being disagreed with and the power says no? So the issue there is that the power itself can be wielded incorrectly or not. And there's a lot of examples of how suppressing these types of extreme opinions tend to help them fester. Unfortunately, a little warning banner isn't enough oftentimes to combat hate speech, says Shu. I appreciate you saying that, but like, what makes you say that? Because are you going off of data? Like, I think it's easy to just assume people look at that stuff and reject it. There might be people out there that kind of see it on a video and go, oh, maybe I should think twice about this topic or whatever, right? Tends to be loud voices, can be quite passionate, so you're more likely to hear when YouTube makes that move and puts that stuff out there, you're more likely to hear someone going, YouTube's wrong, they shouldn't be doing this, this is terrible, no one's gonna, read this stuff and whatnot. You don't hear wildly animated voices, this was really helpful, YouTube saved me from misinformation, how dare they? This is something that happened recently with the Mojang controversy about 1.19.1. No matter like how big and angry these online voices are and this reaction is to it, the concept of the vocal minority, again, I think still evades people. That even when you see a lot of vitriolic response to something, it's not an accurate measurement, and it's hard to actually measure. And maybe someone somewhere out there has got the metrics on it, but like, again, when you have a game that's played by hundreds and hundreds of millions of people every month, right? I think the active player base for Minecraft is over 200 million a month. It's like, so you can read 1,000 comments on a video of people being angry. Now, how does that scale to a player base of millions upon millions, right? Anyway. That's just about being aware of the effect of like what vocal minority actually is. It's not to dismiss the concerns around this topic, some of which might be totally relevant or whatnot. It's not to dismiss any of that. It's just to point out the nature of information and how you tend to, if you slant in a direction of like You know, if you're pro moderation on this Mojang issue and what they've done, you're probably going to pay a bit more attention to people that are saying positive things about it. So it's all this like perspective of how we perceive things way more anecdotally and yet think of them as maybe more statistical. Super Gene Knot is here with the Prime. Thank you so much for your Prime subscription. We got more messages here. Starry Raven says, and how do you make them believe it if they're already heavily influenced? Well, I personally believe that, like, love and compassion and respecting people who have opinions that, let's say, are fringe or out there. We're all humans, and I think part of what helps someone come around is being treated like a human, because often you get ostracized if you sort of believe in extreme ideas or, let's say, conspiracy theories, and then most people don't have the reaction to those things of, like, you know, you're a human being and talking to you like you're normal, and so you kind of get pushed into a corner where it's, you know, you versus the world, or your group versus the world. And when that happens, I think it's easier to hold on to those feelings, to be emotionally attached to them and whatnot. A character I really like, got a great amount of respect for this guy, and he has his criticizers, however you want to word it. I think his name, is it Daryl Jones? No, Daryl something. Someone in chat will tell me the name. This guy goes around talking to members of, like, the Ku Klux Klan, and as they say, he's like derobed them. Like, after, you know, they meet him and talk to him and stuff, they become friends with him, and then they end up leaving the Klan, and it's because he's not only humanized himself, but he's humanized them too in the process. Nanwav says, I think that being wrong about things was also heavily stigmatized, that people just continue to insist they're right. Yeah. And it's like an emotional reaction, right? Like, you got this knee-jerk reaction to defend yourself and your opinions, and no one wants to be wrong. And it would be nice if, like, we more commonly realized the benefits of being wrong, which is learning about what's right, not being afraid of getting stuff wrong. But generally, you don't. Daryl Davis, thank you. Did I say Darren? Daryl Davis, there's the name. I knew if someone said it, I'd know it. That guy's a legend. Total legend. Well and truly worth looking up, watching some of his documentaries, etc. Great guy, like, with a great philosophy, and one that I feel like if we had more of that in society, I feel like there would be less, you know, these extreme voices. Could be a bit naive, but, you know. Who knows? Right, yeah, so I won't go too crazy with, like, filling out these walls and stuff, because they'll probably get pushed back further at some point, but at least let's get the ceiling nice at the same height. We can also now put in a scaffold going between the two areas, which is cool. Got any useful blocks? We do. And that is for all of that. Are there any rules in chat I should be aware of, or basically just use common sense? I wouldn't want to be disrespectful if I can avoid it. There are rules here and there. I don't know what they are because the chat is my moderator's domain, but in general, common sense should get you. You know, good intentions and common sense. And my biggest rule, or yeah, my biggest rule is to respect my moderators and listen to what they say. I've said many times that moderation isn't really about this, like, who's wrong, who's right. It's more about, I've given these people power to use their judgment to, like, help help us, you know, get along and work together in the same direction. So sometimes, you know, someone might catch the wrong end of a conversation or something, and if you're asked to do something, you know, if you just follow and play along, it'll probably all be dandy, because this isn't, you know, this isn't a very serious place. It's just a place for enjoying Minecraft and having some chats. And so working with the mods to help that happen is a key thing. I've seen it a lot over the years. You know, you see like conflicts that can just be avoided by listening to who's in charge, essentially, because the goal is to have people in charge to control, you know, when conversations go in the wrong direction or whatever, or people start getting upset and heated, and too often does it devolve into this kind of who's wrong, who's right, and then because someone's being told to do something different by a moderator, they kind of get the wrong end of the stick, and they feel like, I've been wronged, but it's like, it's just, we're just trying to get to a solution here, you know? So like, don't take it personally. I've seen a lot of those things play out over the years, and it's really just a case of like, just listen. It's not about that. I think the problem with highly compassionate approach to fringe opinions is that some of them are actively dangerous, e.g. calling for violence and discrimination, and simply should not allow to disseminate and spread. Obviously there is a slippery slope when disallowing speech though. Yeah, you can always draw a really bad example as to not be compassionate, but like, it's like, you know, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. If you do things on the scale of compassion and kindness, then you're not playing into that whatsoever. That's how I see it, right? Like, genuine compassion and kindness, in my mind, it's strength, right? It's the right way to go. It's the right way to be. It's the right way to do. Are they wet sponges? Dang it. How did that happen? How did they get on my hotbar? And don't get confused with like naivety and whatnot, or being like taken advantage of. You know, you can be kind and compassionate and know when someone's taking the mick, right? Oh, there it is. There's my hoe. Grab that. My compassion can only go so far, though. If someone starts yelling that I should be harmed for who I am, I can't give that anymore, says Dire Ravens. I know that, but like... how can I say it? Like... You know, the other direction... I don't know. I haven't thought about this that deeply in a while. It's just like... In my mind, it's more of like a gut reaction these days. Like, I feel like if someone's hateful and spreading horrible ideas and aiming them at people or whatever, like, it's almost like it's a mental disease. You know, like you're caught up in seeing your own problems and the world's problems as to be put on someone else's shoulders or whatever. It's just like a series of bad ideas roaming around. And like that's not a great place to be. It don't feel good. It don't feel good to be going around with a load of hate hanging over your shoulders, does it? So it can't be great for him. Feels like too many people mistake opinions as fact, and many problems arise from ignorance, says Shiznit, for sure. Hey X, I've recently been listening to your streams as podcasts, and I have to say, I like how you see the world. I find myself agreeing with a lot of things you explain. Do you know this speaker named Jiddu Krishnamurti? I'm sure you would understand his words very well. Flight of the Eagle is a great book, and I'd highly recommend it to someone like you. I'll have a look, but no, I haven't heard of them before. I'll take a look after the stream. I'm always looking for some new listening material or whatnot. Some people only want to listen if it's their view or opinion, says Winter Pearl Bear. It's not just some people, it tends to just be a natural reaction of all of us to gravitate to similar ideas. Like even this positivity stuff that I'm talking about, right? Being rational and being aware of these things, like I gravitate to content that talks about that, you know? Like it's confirmation bias. Everyone's heard of it, but like the trick is to realize how it affects you before you think about how it affects other people. And there's Hot Guy! As he so likes to say. I don't want Scar hunting me down. I don't want Scar hunting me down with his bow again. I'm not in the mood for dying right now. Oh yeah, it was Scar's birthday recently, wasn't it? How many candles you burn? That's funny for me on multiple levels. That's funny for me for multiple reasons right there. I wonder what Scar makes of a question like that though. How many candles you burning, bruv? Nick O'Neill says compassion can be seen as problematic solution because people expect it to win conflicts. So it cannot protect against immediate harm, but compassion works because it makes people understand that they don't need to seek conflict. No conflict is the entire point of it. Wise words, wise words. Based on the internet, 49. Brilliant. It was Jelly's birthday also. Alright, do they actually share a birthday? Wow. I was listening to something where they were talking, I think it might have been Tom Scott, but they were saying like, how old was the world's oldest dog? And it was something like 20 plus years. Didn't sound right, but maybe it was in dog years. I thought dogs mostly like a dog that's lived a fair long life would be like 15 years. And then cats are a little less than that, aren't they? Depends on the size of the dog. Absolutely, absolutely, because there are some way bigger dogs and there are some way smaller ones. You know, in humans, it's like I think the rule is generally the bigger the mammal, the longer it lives. But then, if you're a human, which you might be, or you might be an AI like me, how tall you are affects how long you live for as well. If you're like taller than 6 foot, they reckon that it like decreases your age span, which is interesting because you're sort of a bigger mammal, right? But I guess it's proportion. Like it's a matter of proportions, like to the makeup of, I don't know, a more generalized example of your species. That even makes sense. God, I'm sounding like an alien right now. As if I'm talking about the human experience from the outside. Your species. Right, this is looking like a pretty tidy start to get us off the mark with having an expansion up here. I've probably cleared out more room than I actually need, but that's fine. And we got a noise in the ear. It's Burt Potato here for 21 months. Thank you so much, Burt Potato. Appreciate you. We also got Hekunov here with the Prime. And Curls was gifting a sub to Enderdan for 9 months. Twitch Baby right there. I feel like I haven't read these out in a while. Summon Sus, 26 months. Appreciate you. Actually, I think that's the last one that I missed right there. So hopefully we're all caught up and I'm not ignoring you. Right, this stuff clearly needs to go back in here. You know, maybe I could incorporate a view of this area. Maybe I could use this area. How big is it? I do have some farm ideas coming up that could do with some big old caves. I don't think that would really fit for one. But anyway. There's also this right nearby. Rainbow Skull, thank you ever so much for 4 months of support. Greatly appreciated. Did I put the stone in here? Yeah, I did. Right, there you go. I'm happy with that. How is he flying like that? I'm not flying. It's just the equivalent of having a camera account come on and fly around. I just got it built into the same client now. Just saves a lot of time. It's super convenient as well. You know, some people are like, it's cheaty or whatever. You know, if it's cheaty to you, don't use it. But it's not cheaty to me. I like a bit of power play in Minecraft. What was down the bottom here? Those two things. And actually, I think I might have left some behind around the corner over there. I just put away all the torches, didn't I? Somewhere back here, there is a little bit of water, right? Nah, I don't think we did leave any behind, actually. How do you fly? I don't, you're welcome. Classic X. But it's not flying, is it? It's just a detached camera. There's no flight. I'm literally standing still while I do this. I can also use this to check for any sponges, right? Okay, so back goes the hoe. And the scaffold. And that'll do me. So, up here, okay, this is where we needed to brainstorm. So when we come up here, right? Like, I'm thinking... maybe we orient this room so that, like, the entrance and exit is sort of different. So maybe, like, the nether portal's over on this side. Or actually, I don't know. I'll have to... yeah, that might work, because then I could walk through and go off in this direction. But... then there's a bunch of water there. I really don't know. I'll have to think more about how it connects up. But, point being, on one side we've got a nether portal. On the other side we can have the shulker. I call it a sorter. It's more like a refiller. Let's call it a refiller then. Shulker refill, then bulk storage, then it goes down. You know what? There's a point to be made here, which is that it's got to end up on that side. So bulk storage would need to be over here. Which means items would need to move from the left. So this would indeed be the shulker. Maybe just put the nether portal over there. I don't know. But I only need 2 storage related things for now. And then I can put like mini farms and stuff up here. Groovy Dylan, thank you ever so much for 3 months of support. We got Canned Laughter 74 here for 2 months. Thanks for all the content, X. I appreciate the calm discussion and pleasant Minecraft distraction while I work. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do. Here's what I'm going to do right now, peeps. I'm going to switch to standing. Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do on my little standable desk. Hope Evil X doesn't interfere or anything, you know. Ugh, Desco's Brewer. Right. Not only am I going to do that. Right, I don't want those zombies creeping up on me. I'm just going to log out and I'll be right back. I'm going to nip to the loo. Don't go anywhere. Been reminded of something rather important, and that is to hydrate my body, which I've been doing a lot of lately, jumping in and out of the sauna. Whew. Absolute gulp. Absolute gulp. While I was in the loo, I did climb in. What? I was thinking that we need micro farms, right? And also, maybe I'll try and get away from a symmetrical layout in here and do something. I don't know, I want to do something like EFO inspired with all the colour and the interior design. But we need micro farms, so we've already got a mud block farm. That needs to be moved up here. So does our concrete. If I could spell it properly, converter. Dang it! Oh god, this plaster on my finger makes typing weird. We would like some flower farms, like the two tool. Let's call it that, because it's gonna, you know, confuse me later. What are the other little, like, trinket farms? Trinket? Sounds so silly. What are the other little, like, player goes in and uses? So German in chat says, "Hydrate. How are you? Thirsty?" Oh, good one, because I know loads of people called Drake. Actually, I don't know anyone. I'm a real life hermit. No, Drake. Like that famous rapper called Drake. Is that who you're talking about? Yeah. Yeah. That's what he says. That's what he does in all his raps, isn't it? Yeah. I think that's the Drake thing. Like Eminem's got yo. That was a poor Eminem impression. Like rappers have that. They have like these little, especially when they do freestyles, they have this like thing that they say, they're like hyping in. But I think Drake is yo. Anyway, whatever. It's been a while since I listened to Drake. Fast bone meal crop farm. Yeah, which crops? I don't really ever have a need for those. Pulse, I cut my finger, that's why. Yeah, I've already got a wheat farm. Sea pickle farm would be one. Sea pickle. Do you see the pickle? Sea pickle farm. Just trying to jog my memory a little bit as to what's what. A smelter might be a thing to put up there. I probably want one hooked up to a proper farm. Yeah, I'm thinking. So smelter and sea pickle. Let's not get too many ideas in the head at once. Then you got all the wood stuff. Then you got a little. Maybe set up some brewery stuff. Okay. Maybe some brewery. Isn't Drake's funny word eh? I thought it was yeah. It might be eh. I'll have to go listen to it again. James Hipper. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's what Hetfield does. Right, C, pickle. Furnace. Array. That could be a big thing over here. This is turning into like the room of projects now. But it is all the stuff that we need. Okay, like it's things that we genuinely like need near our storage. So that's kind of good. I feel like I forgot one. But also around here, I like the idea of having pop up crafting station. But I'm gonna look into that idea more. It might work out better up top. Ah, right. So like bamboo, bamboo, sweet berries. Probably better off just bone mealing them. Yeah, sweet berries, and that's probably going to be about it. Chat, any ideas for other, you know, storage area, mini farm type things? Now is your opportunity for fame and fortune. To become immortalized in a sign in a Minecraft world. Played by a derp. What did I just say? Sweet berry. Lichen, absolutely. I know we've already got one, but I need to move it over here. A looking farm. I think moss is a bit of a bigger deal. I'm thinking small things. Like and subscribe, yeah. Cocoa bean. Yeah, that's going to be more of a room thing than a small thing, I reckon. So, I'm just thinking of those ones that are just always, you know, super small. Egg farm. Nobody needs eggs, but they're small. When you need to do a prank, you need eggs. But maybe an egg farm. Like, who knows how abstract we want to get over here. But I feel like that's probably it. Yeah, lava farm is more of a project area room farm. I'm trying to think of small stuff that requires player interaction where you probably want to be close to your storage system. But hey, I think we've got some good ideas in there, so thank you. Get a basalt farm. I could have done like a stone and cobblestone generator. Not really necessary. By the way, imagine that as a water stream. I think it's also one that needs black stained glass around it, right? Maybe I've got the wrong idea here. Maybe it should be inside of this that you whiz up and then go into the room. Yeah, I might move it out of the center. Okay. You know, this gives me plenty of time to just think about it rather than try and rush and put it all together. So, excellent ideas. Oh, I forgot to do something though. That's fine. Right, I don't think I've finished packing up my ender chest. So the one thing I wanted to do before we headed out of here was grab me some gravel. And also some cocoa beans. Right, again, so cactus is like a room farm and it doesn't require the player's interaction. Vines could do, but it'd be like, you need like more space for it. So think about the 2 tall flower farm. You walk up to it, you hit the lever, you get a bunch of dye, or flowers if you're after that, and then you walk away. Like, what I'm thinking of is like the small little gadgets that the player interacts with that you'd want next to your storage area, essentially. But hey, I think we got the most of them down, so don't worry about it, chat. Like, a villager farm is not something I would want to put there. Right? That's a really big project. I don't think you can farm tall ferns as it goes that way. Liger, good to see you in chat, my dude. Did you get my message today about webpage stuff? I haven't checked Discord in a while, but I saw that you were busy with messages. Just thought I'd ask if you saw it or not. As, hey, one more thing to get. I'll message you more about it after the stream anyway. So yeah, like a farm like this, maybe you could put up there, but you'd want to keep it relatively small scale. And what you tend to do with these is make a big room where the pistons like push the blocks up and down or something. Pearlescent Moon here with a raid! Pearl! Hope you're doing well, my friends. I was in your shop earlier. I brought a trident from you the other day. Thank you so much for the trident. Must have been a bit of work to get those together. Oh, Liger, thank you for the message. Got that one? Yeah, and welcome all of Pearl's raiders. What were you up to today, Pearl? I know you're not on the server, so obviously you were doing something different. Or just playing in stealth mode, who knows? Oh! That just gave me a bit of an idea, like, what if you could log in stealth mode? That might be good for shenanigans and stuff. I don't know, that to me feels like we have a lot of stuff that lets us push the game in different directions. And the general rule tends to be it's like creative aesthetic. Now, the ability to log in stealth mode, right? Like no login message, no appearance on tab. That's great for shenanigans, but that does change something quite fundamental. Pearl, you were playing Horizon Forbidden West. Cool, no idea. Isn't Horizon a racing? No, is it Forza is a racing game? Anyway, I don't know, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to branch out and do a little bit of variety gaming myself. I've got a few weeks of different games lined up. PS4 open world RPG, cool. I was chatting to my friends about their PlayStation 5s recently. I haven't got one yet, and I'm kind of thinking I probably won't anytime soon. I've still got a PS4, and I haven't really been using it at all. Used to play a little bit of FIFA on it, and then just started using it to watch YouTube videos and movies, and now not at all. But my friends were telling me that their PlayStation 5s, when they play PlayStation 5 games, after like an hour or so, it will just shut off. And it won't turn back on unless you like unplug it at the wall and plug it back in again. And I've done a little bit of looking into it, and it seems to be like related to potentially overheating, but a very difficult thing to solve with no definitive answer or anything like that. By the way, I'm sort of like flying head first over here, out checking out my notes. Yeah, actually, yeah, I think we're good. Unless I want to build the LA trees. Nah, we'll do something different. So, this build over here has not been finished. And one of the reasons I haven't touched it in a while is just because it's so, like, overloaded with detail that it's really hard to build in survival. Which oh my god, I've had this idea floating around in my head for a shop here on the server. Okay, and it's a really good idea for a shop. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to write it down, and it'll come in handy another day. Have they not resolved the PS5 heat issue, says KCJ. That's what I'm going to call you. Apparently not. I don't even know if it's a heat issue, but it's certainly got my friends frustrated with the PlayStation. And apparently Sony are pretty quiet on the whole thing too. Yeah, right, so, go into here. Blaze Bone Tower, that's all we need at the moment. Right, now there is a setting inside of here. There it is. Huh, so, like, there is just an insane amount of detail to finish this build, and it got to the point where, like, you place one block and now you need to go find another one and another one and another one, and I thought we could save this for a stream. I kind of also don't really have any of the materials now to think about it. It's not just a case of, like, not having the blocks. I probably... Yeah, no, I should probably use this first. Okay, that can stay on, actually. I should probably use the material list first, right? And then gather what I'm missing, and then come back over here, because I probably haven't got, like... Not even 10% of this, actually. Okay, that's fine. We'll do something similar with the elateries, because I got some shulker boxes for those materials. It's good to think through your plans, really. Interesting pronunciation of my name. Well, I was avoiding saying it, basically, you know? Okay, so if I go into here, you'll see that we've got pretty much everything that we need. Might help to just chuck these into a random shulker box. And then there's one that I've deliberately left over here that has most of the supplies, I believe. Yeah, so I can pretty much like rip out one of each of these stacks and then just have most of the stuff on hand that I need to build the thing. I think it also needs a little bit of diorite. Oh wait, there is there some diorite there? Yeah, there is. Cool. The other thing that we'll then need is this thing here. No, wrong one. Crafting bench and stone cutter. And probably some scaffolding. Okay, let's start off with these bushes down the bottom. Oh yeah, and again, go into here. Makes it a little bit easier. Just doing one thing at a time. So yeah, this is how this stuff gets done. That's how we bring it into the world. Hey, it's been a rough couple of months, but I love watching your and your fellow Hermits videos. Thanks for the entertaining content. Glad you're enjoying it, my dude. Sorry to hear you've had some rough months. Life's like that though, right? Ups and downs. For me, I'm taking a break. I scheduled some time off. I was like, I'm just gonna stop doing this. Summer's almost over. I've been really enjoying Hermitcraft, actually. The whole King's Quest thing really just kind of gave me something fun to focus on that wasn't like a mega base, and really enjoyed that. So thank you, Ren, for all of your efforts. He probably doesn't get thanked enough for doing something really cool like that. But yeah, time for a break. You know, YouTube is a crazy place because you work for yourself and it means you tend to overwork yourself, right? I'm sure you've heard like loads of creators talk about burnout and overwork and stuff, and it's a real thing. It's a real thing, but it's because, you know, you're your own boss and you know, incentivized to work hard, as it's pretty much like you're a one-man army, so you make all the difference. And so it's very easy just to get locked into this space of like constantly creating. And a lot of the time you can enjoy it, and sometimes not so much. I've been enjoying it, but let's take a break. You know? Right, I need to make more of those now. Iskal just released a video on how his break was amazing for him. Yeah, I watched it earlier. I was happy for him. Good to know that he took some time off and enjoyed it. King's Quests are great to provide filler content for hermits who get tired of big projects. I don't know what you want to call it, filler content. It's really fun. It's a fun competition, and we're incentivized to do things that are great for the server, right? Like building infrastructure and shops and road networks. And it's not filler content. It's part of being a community and you know, doing things for that community. There's stuff on there like that, some of the unique stuff I wish I had more time for, you know? It's kind of like I'm still getting some stuff set up here and there. Like there's farms that I need for certain materials, and do I want to build this shop, do I want to build that shop or this project, and it just kind of relies on some other things. And once we get a little further along with that, some of those bigger projects in the King's Quest will be really, really good to tackle. Ah, now we need some glass. Yeah, that's the first bit of glass that we need, right? What's this say? Schematic diorite. Oh, I've done those wrong twice. Huh. Not that anyone would really notice, but might as well do them right. So we had that box right, and it didn't have the glass, but the glass is in here. That's the point. There you go, there's some of that. We'll need more. No, oh, look, there's loads. Dang. Okay, I'll take that. Have you seen the B-Dubs head shop? Not only have I seen it, we were there earlier, buying shulker boxes and getting some heads. Hey X, do you know the feature of Light Magica? You know, right place to click blocks will automatically place from your inventory any direction. Yeah, we don't use that. That's going a bit far. I didn't even know that was actually in it, but because otherwise you can just spam right click, right? At some point it's got to stay being Minecraft. Here's an experience I would really like to do in Minecraft, to like try and change the building experience. Building's so slow and tedious, especially when you want to take your builds to like the next level. I think it'd be cool to just do a series where you have some mods where it's like, let's just completely rewrite what's possible, and like you could have mods that generate buildings for you and stuff like that. I reckon that'd be super interesting to mess about with. So what do we got? Purple. We got it. The create mod as the schematic cannon. Oh, there's loads of mods out there that do stuff like this, right? It's about piecing it together and finding which ones work for you. It's just something I would like to do at some point in time, I think. Right, you know, if I place the wrong little crystal down, I ain't too bothered about it. What do we got there? Cobbled deep slate wall. You know, I've been trying to get my head around the inventory so much lately. I think I've expressed I want to make a follow-up video where it's like, okay, we made this video saying that this stuff needs changing, but then we thought about it deeply, took in loads of people's thoughts and comments, and like, where can we get with this? What could really change the game for building? And I can't get very far without anything drastic, but everything I'm doing right now, okay, I am obviously using a mod to show me where to put the blocks. That's not what I'm proposing. But look at all the inventory management and how slow placing blocks is. It feels to me like for a block building game, you want an interface, you want a way of using this thing where it is quick to get from what do I want to put here, like what's in my head, to then it being in the world, and Minecraft is not that. It is slow. And so, like, how can we change that? And I've had so many ideas drifting around lately, but I just can't find the one that works. One of the big drawbacks, I think, is that you can't really add in extra buttons. You could on PC, but they want parity. And so on console and whatnot, I've been told that all the buttons are kind of tapped out. So there's no, like, press this button, go into build mode kind of solution, right? So, like, what do we do? And I've got a few rumblings of ideas, but so quickly do they kind of run into complexity issues. One of the biggest ones is, like, look at the size of this hotbar. You know? Like, if we knew what Mojang would say yes and no to, and let's say they would say yes to increasing the size of the hotbar, well, let's say we made it, you know, a couple extra blocks wide. Forget the fact that you need to press keys on the keyboard to access them. you know, you could number them if you wanted to make it clear which ones were which. Immediately, you're just going to see, you know, less shuffling around of blocks all the time. Certain types of build obviously influence how much item management you have to do. But the goal should really be that no vision that you have should be restricted. The game shouldn't be restrictive of your creativity. Do you play any instruments? I play guitar! And I wanted to play, but I hurt my finger. I cut my finger. We could have action bars like an MMO, that'd be POG. I don't know what an action bar is, as I don't really play MMOs. Do I get a chance to talk to the Mojang devs? I've talked to them on occasion, but I think the last thing they want is another player like pestering them about it. You know, I put my video out on my channel, it's my space, and it's there. Yeah, they're not forced to watch it. If they want to come along, get some ideas, more than welcome. But, you know, everyone, the thing is, if you talk to a Mojang dev, everyone wants to whisper some idea about the game that they've got into their ear, right? I had the opportunity to be a part of URAF, I love saying that, URAF's little development brainstorm session. But that was something that we were invited to. We were invited to share ideas, and that was a really fun experience. But yeah, you just, you know, don't want to harass them. It's their job. They do it all day. And Mojang, in general, do a pretty good job of like interacting and listening to the community, which is something I notice people, if they don't know where that happens, seem to think there isn't any at all. But if you know where it happens, like, you can visibly see the team like exchanging ideas with the community, and they do a bit like try hard to show that sometimes. I think like when they do all the corporate events, they're always trying to talk about the interaction with the community, and it's like it's a bit try hard. Like, I think everyone should know how much they do, but like if you're gonna have to like really explain it to people, then it's just gonna sound not that it is disingenuous, but I think it just comes off like that, right? Like if you've watched any of the events and videos that they do, they're always talking about how amazing the community is, and it is amazing in the community, and they are interacting with them. It's just that they kind of have to shout about it to make people know, because there's this problem where if you don't know about something, it's very easy to assume it's not happening. Anyway, on a similar topic, I have a really interesting video that I've been working on for a long time. I wanted to do my scripted content videos for ages, and you know, I'm starting to weave the time into doing one. I can probably actually start work on the next one after this now. I don't know what one I'm going to pick next. I've got so many topics, but this one, I'm really stoked to see how people react to it, because I just think it's going to be a very valuable video, and it's sort of related to what we're talking about right now. It's one of those like perspective things again. Apparently this is purple stained glass. Why is it giving me the old box? Who knows? Oh, that's cobbled deep slate stairs. See, like tiny little details. Didn't even realise. God, I'm waffling on, aren't I? Hearing the devs ask questions to Cub and Doc about what kind of things they'd like to see improved in the game based on the things that HC is using felt really genuine. I think they want good proper feedback. Good customer feedback is the most valuable thing that developers can get. Yeah, and you can actively see them looking for it on Twitter and on Reddit. Like, they're active and partaking in there. And it's always, for me, a little frustrating to see like comments where people are just like dismissive of it all. Mojang never listen. It's like, well, it's because you're writing angry comments in parts of the internet that they don't visit. That's how it works. Anyway. Yes, I'm sure they have to try hard to appease Microsoft goals and VPSs. There's definitely a corporate layer to how they do things, but I think you got to remember, I've been in this community for 10 plus years, and I try not to get, you know, too caught up in my own ideas. I'm trying to be balanced. And here's the thing, Minecraft from the very beginning had a very strong communal connection. If you were not there at the beginning, maybe it's hard to learn about retroactively. But for example, when I started playing this game, okay, there was nothing corporate about it. In fact, the ethos of being able to pirate the game, and the owner's like, go on then, if you don't want to pay for it, pirate it. You know, the attitude that Notch had created this community around the game where we would come in and essentially create the Minecraft experience beyond the game, because it's a creative game where people create, you know, things and share them with others, right? And so beyond the base game, there was so much communal stuff like skins, maps, texture packs, all came out of the community. And when the game was being developed, it was with Notch being close to the community, listening to people's suggestions, and that very much carried on at most stages. There's certainly patches along the way where it felt a little different, maybe around the color update. Was it 13 was aquatic. I think it was like 1.6 or 7. There was like a bit of a dark period, if you want to call it that, around 2013 where things got quiet and the updates were a little underwhelming. But now I've been in this community for a long time, and I feel like that idea has persisted, and maybe now it's just a little reinforced by Microsoft adopting it, like, oh, this is what works, so let's make sure it happens. But it is a part of you know, Minecraft's legacy to have such a strong community, and it's good that they carry it on. It's definitely not the same as it once was, but it's definitely something. Looking in chat for some more messages, let's see. Minecraft would be super fun if they made monsters a lot harder to fight. Yeah, one of Minecraft's, you know, it's a quirky game, right? Like, the beauty of it and the magic of it is sort of in the gaps, because PvP's kind of yucky, and so's fighting mobs. Like, it's not a game that's built for that, but it's a part of the game, and so that part of the game kind of becomes quirky. And yeah, there are many aspects of this game. If you could rebuild it from the ground up, you could, you know, go quite far. But it's one of the things that is actually quite surprising is, like, how has there not been something that's come along and, like, done what Minecraft does but better? I feel like that should have happened, but, like, no one has. And I'm not really sure why. I've never seen like a really good Minecraft alternative that didn't take off. It's just been, you know, lame rip-offs essentially, and cheap cash grabs are the closest thing to trying to compete with Minecraft. And other things that are, I mean, there are other games that have come along and, like, borrowed elements of Minecraft and brought it into their world, but nothing's come along and really, like, challenged the game head on of, like, okay, you can play Minecraft here, but it's better here. So people are saying Terraria. Terraria is, you know, similar in one way, but not so much in another. I think the 2D aspect really changes from the immersion of being in a 3D world. It puts you front and center of the adventure, right? Whereas 2D, you're always, like, a bit more of an observer to what's going on. I've not played a lot of Terraria, but that would be my guesstimate. Rainbow Crow is here subscribing, and Curls of Doom is gifting a sub to Slice Lime. Slice, you're in chat, you're listening. Oh, see, what did I say earlier about this being my space? Now I can talk about all the Minecraft ideas I've got. Slice, I think you're gonna love my my next, what am I calling them? Scripted videos. It's something that needs to be said that I I've wanted to say for ages, and yeah, I'm putting time now into doing these like thought-like videos and whatnot. Curls, I see you trying to get my attention. Yeah, I just want you to be aware of it. I think you're gonna really like it, and it probably won't be out for a few more days. Just getting the last bits done. So Slice Lime says, I sometimes wonder though how much of Minecraft's special soul is because of its quirkiness rather than despite of it. Oh, 100%. 100% it comes from the quirkiness. Things like the creeper are just iconic, right? I mean, it sounds like terrible game design. What? Something comes along and just blows up that thing that you worked on? The thing that I feel like Minecraft has weaknesses, though. Oh, look at that. I missed a few bits over there. Like PvP and PvE. They're just... The game engine isn't really built for it. And it just feels like something could come along and do the same things Minecraft does, and then take those weak spots and do them better, but nothing's come along yet. So, you know, we're still playing this one. I think another problem is maybe it would have to like emulate it a little too closely, because, you know, the texture, the look and the feel is so iconic, and if something comes along and sort of does a half-baked approach to that, it's not going to be so great. But while I have your attention, Slice, like, I don't know what's going on over there, and I'm certainly not trying to force anything. I feel like the inventory needs to be addressed, and the flow of building. After reading a lot of comments from my video, I started to realize that there's times where this inventory management stuff is interesting and fun. Especially when you go out adventuring and it's about like, oh, how do I, you know, what am I putting on my hotbar space? How am I managing how I interact with stuff? What things am I going to take home on my adventure? And it's really great for that part of the game. But then when you start to build with a whole bunch of different blocks, it just gets like slow. And I'm even like using tools to aid everything that I'm wanting to do. And you can make this argument of like, maybe like what I'm building right here takes things too far, but I feel like, you know, if you look at the trajectory of building over time in this game, it's just gotten better and better. Like, builders that were doing really great stuff, like Corrales, back when I started playing, you look at it now and it's like, hang on a minute, that's like a basic starter home. Like, the game has given us blocks to evolve the building has evolved, and now it just feels like there's this friction of management around all these different blocks. And so in trying to like look at how to address it after I've made this video, it's become clear that it's like there's some big obstacles in the way, like not just being able to add in extra buttons because of the console and stuff, and not being able to just mash in entirely new systems, and in it, trying to explore like what's a solution that really is just very vanilla. There's not a lot I can come up with, and the biggest thing is just this moment right here of like all these different blocks that I want to access, and it's like back and forth, and you have to put so much preparation into getting all the materials together and bringing them to the site and then moving them around in your inventory, and it just feels like this point in the game that could be so much of a better experience. And like how to get there though, that's what's tricky. Really, someone should make a video about that. Maybe I'm just repeating myself, because maybe much of what I'm saying now is clear in my video, but it feels like it's become clearer to me once I've read everyone else's comments, and really, because like I was gonna do this follow-up where it's like, okay, put that video out there, assess what everyone's had to say about it, and here's a solution. Like, we're gonna figure this one out for real. And I have just been rattling my brain, and everything just seems to like bang its head into some sort of problem. The current ideas that I've been floating with a little bit is the idea of, right, so you got the offhand, right? You got this thing down here on the left. If there was some sort of equivalent button over here on the right, could you scroll over to it, like on console, on any edition, and something in there give you access to tools or things that make building quicker and smoother? Another idea would be to have an extra button next to here, right? So you've got this interface. Well, what if you selected a different one, and something here gives you that access, gives you that reduction in friction, but You know, I've messed around with this idea of having like a whole bunch of, like in creative mode, you can save. Oh, are we out of the? I think we're out of the concrete powder now. So you can save like a bunch of hotbars and load them quickly in creative mode. But because you're not actually managing an inventory when you do that, it just makes sense. Whereas if you try and incorporate something like that into survival, then there's all these questions about, well, what about your tools on your hotbar, and what about if you've actually got the items or not? So there's sort of wrestling with this idea of having some sort of like hotbar management system, and you can quickly switch, but it just doesn't really go anywhere. So I'm at the point now where I'm thinking I'm starting to give up on it. Sliced Lime says, I agree, you know, totally not my area to decide, but it's definitely something we've discussed a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. I hope you all continue to discuss it, because it feels like it's a big bottleneck in the game, and solving it would just be amazing. I also, like, in thinking over all the ideas, I grew a greater appreciation for the bundle. I was sort of looking at like expanded inventory solutions, early game, mid game, late game, right? So like late game, I have this idea of shulker enchantments, which actually I think the better way to do it is to craft the shulker box with a hopper or a dropper, so it can then have a different texture. So you add just 2 new types of hopper. The texture explains to the player which one it does and maybe hints at its function for its texture design. And then you have that like late game functionality for moving items in and out of your inventory, saving you a little bit of time here and there. Mid game would probably have to be something like a backpack, you know, a slot here, expanded inventory capacity. And then early game, like bundles, all it needs to be, I think, is just a recipe of like 1 lever, 1 string on top of it. Just that. 1 lever, 1 string. Like super simple early game. By the time, you know, you've run around for a minute, you've killed a few cows, then you got into a cave and encountered a spider. At that point, your inventory is probably approaching getting filled up with all those junk items if you haven't been throwing them out. So it feels like if you could then craft one and just chuck all the junk in it, put it into a chest, like that's a great early game use for it, I think. And I've had other ideas too. I also think like the idea for a slot that holds arrows is really great. It intuitively tells the player which arrow is going to be shot first. But also you could add something like a quiver and then store arrows in it and put it in that slot. Those are some of the ideas. I was going to make a follow-up video, but I think it's like probably not going to happen. Just don't quite have the solution anyway. Right, so we've talked about the inventory again. Seems to be a recurring theme for me at the moment. What other parts of Minecraft can we waffle on about? A faster hopper variant would also be cool. I don't think it's necessary to add something like that. Like, the hopper is the hopper. I mean, remember, you got the hopper minecart. That sucks items out super quick. Let's put this one over here. And then grab the glass. I distinctly remember a screenshot with a quiver and a shielded slot in an early development stage of the offhand stuff. Lucro, I believe the quiver may have even been in the game at one point. Like, I'm talking alpha. I think somewhere back in alpha there was something related to the quiver at one point in time. Either it was in for a while or it wasn't. I think it might have been inside the textures of the game but not actually implemented and then eventually never got finished or something. Movable chests / dispensers. I mean, that would be a massive game changer, right? Massive, massive game changer. And, you know, Minecraft needs one of those every now and then. There's always something that comes along every few years and changes up redstone a bit, and that's actually been really great. One of the comments you often see regarding something like that is like, oh no, it should be this way and it should stay. And I really feel like changes, you know, the constant, the thing that always happens in life. Everything's always changing. I feel like, you know, the Minecraft experience is one of it changing over time. which, you know, the consistent updates and stuff is part of the charm too. Yes, the texture was in the files for a long while, says Vac FM. Yeah, that sounds about right. Fletching table still doesn't have a use. Inventory management use maybe, or 2 craft items to help. It'll if it gets finished, it will probably be a case of like something that maybe helps you craft potions and arrows together. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I'm having another highlighted message. Slice Lime's opinion on your inventory video. Honestly, very well done video. Good showcase of lots of ideas. Personally, to me, very little of it was new things I hadn't seen or thought about before. But yeah, not my area to decide either. Thanks, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. You know, I did my best to make a bit of an argument, I guess, for it needing to be changed. And reading the comments on it, like, some people totally disagree. It's quite funny. You know, you can scroll from one comment where it's like, idea number 7 was so good, we should totally have that. And then the next one's like, you can't do that, that's not Minecraft. Not a vanilla solution, but pick block from schematic would be very helpful for this build. That actually exists, but I've disabled it. I think it's probably disabled. I don't use it. There's the purpose of this mod to me is like there's a history of like building stuff, right? And then you go to build it in your survival world, and so you open up the other world at the same time, or you get a bunch of screenshots. And then when you hear about something like this, you kind of realize like you're sort of doing the same thing, but you're less likely to make silly mistakes, and your life's just made a little more easier, and eventually you give in to the dark side. At least that's how it was for me. Right, I need more glass, I guess. Give yourself to the dark side. There's this song by Aeon's Confer that starts off with that sample. I absolutely love it. God, I love that band. I could totally do a listening to that record again. That was what a heck of a nostalgic record for me. The very first Aeon's Confer. It was a beautiful time back in the past where like music sharing and distribution was so different. Like these were like just sort of like post-Napster times. There weren't really like musical marketplaces online that had started to dominate yet, but there were like all sorts of things left, right and center popping up where you could share music, and I would go looking for stuff that was just free, and there were bands like Aeon's Confer that were just distributing their little record on their own website. And then I found this band and like showed it to all my friends, and they all loved it, and then we just used to listen to it all the time in sixth form and stuff, and super cool memories of that record. And like hanging out with my friends and stuff. It's like 17 minutes long. Yeah, the whole thing is just excellent. R.I.P. Napster, says Winter. R.I.P. Napster. What was it called, says Pastel? The Soul of the Universe. If you go onto my music blog and just search Aeon's Confer, you'll find my write-up on that. I think I wrote that one a few years ago when my writing was a little more, let's say, rusty or underdeveloped. I really love writing. It's one of the most pleasurable things I do is my music blog. And now that I get to transfer some of that experience over to writing scripts for Minecraft videos, that's really rewarding. It's a skill. Oh, are we out of those blocks? Dang. It's a skill I didn't realise I was like just developing over time, right? Yeah, I'm out of these ones, so I'm probably going to fly back to my base to find out I need to fly back there again in a minute to get something else. Another inventory gripe in this game. Trow911, thank you for the prime, appreciate it. He is just not using his inventory mod. I can't get used to it. I'm so, like, I think at some point I might just take it off and be like, okay, that didn't work, but I cannot get used to it. I force myself to do it a couple of times and it just doesn't, I don't pick up the habit. It'd be cool if Lightmatic had a keybind that would let you pick the block highlighted in your inventory. I think it does. I think it does. It has all of these tools. Like, Lightmatica is made by some smart people that thought of all this stuff, right? I'm desperate for an inventory mod that works for me that doesn't feel cheaty. There's an idea I'm working on with someone else that it's a really, really great idea, but it's probably just a bit too much for Minecraft. It might be a little too complicated for the average player. It's not actually that complicated. I don't want to say because it's their idea and we'll see where we go on working it together. But I was thinking about it today and it can actually, I realized it can kind of work without modifying anything inside the inventory itself, and therefore you could probably run it on a server like this thing over here. Anyway, we came for geode blocks. Let's bring them along. Bomber Boy 01 with the Prime. Thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream, having a good time. Thank you so much. Let's try to get rid of a habit of over 10 years. Exactly. Like, how long have we had shulkers? I've been doing this since then. Pulse says, no one tell X how long we've been live. 3-hour stream here. Oh, dang it. I'm going to be late. I've got to go. Oh, no. Oh, no. Dang it. I forgot. Oh, see you, everyone. Bye-bye. Y'all got played. Y'all got played. You thought I was late for something, didn't you? I'm never late. A derp always arrives precisely when he intends to. Okay? You seem so happy lately, X. Was I ever miserable? Jeez, I hope I wasn't miserable. Yeah, I've been doing great lately. I feel like over time you're always trying to get better ideas in your head and get yourself on the right track, and I don't know, after so much trying to do that, it just feels like maybe the more problems and difficulties or whatever, obstacles you encounter, you got the tools to like overcome them and just crack on and enjoy what you do. Right, one there. Opening chests in MC is literally hardwired into your brain after almost 10 years of playing. I think it's one of the most fundamental and unconscious actions in the game. Yeah, probably at 100% right. You're just like, I'm looking for things, open, 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 open. That's what just happens in your brain. X is such a beautiful trial animation and doesn't use it. That's the beauty of the animation. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right, that's the little stem bit, isn't it, in the middle? What do we got next? Purple concrete? We can do that. If we have any. Oh, it's right there. Dang it! What's that one there? Purple concrete? That'll do. Bit of glass over here after we put that in. It seems like a complicated build like this would never be done on stream without Lightmatica. Yeah, this level of complexity just requires something like this, right? And I'm not getting absolutely every detail right, but that's fine. Oh! Wait, what is that? And... well, I don't know whoever that was, but okay. Oh, is it Scar? Oh. I wasn't muted this whole time. That's happened a few times. I was, I was like talking to myself as I was editing. And then I went back to the game and I was just like, oh. I hope no one was hanging around listening to me talk to myself. Jeez. Because, you know, no one's ever listened to me talk to myself before. Gosh, what does that sound like? Jeez, there he is. There he is, the troublemaker. I think he's appreciating the art. Right, let's get a crystal over here. God, I'm starting to sweat. It's getting sweaty in this room. Oh, you're just going to be that now, I've decided. I've decided. Kind of getting, like, close to the top layer as well, I think. Miniature crystal for you. Night Sport, thank you ever so much for 16 months. And Gravitron, thank you for the Prime, in case I missed it. Not sure if I did or I didn't, but thank you. Thank you for the support. Hey X, if pick block works on ghost blocks, how come you're not using it? I've said this many times. This is how I use Light Malika, alright? Anything further than this just starts to feel a bit cheaty. Like, this is going to tell me where to place all the blocks, that's great. Sort of like looking at the other screen. Screenshot, other Minecraft world, whatever. But having the thing place the blocks for you or assist you starts to get a little bit... Maybe if I weren't playing on Hermitcraft, I was playing in my own world, I might embrace some changes like that, but keep it this way in this place. Jump. And then we got smooth basalt. Right, over here. So much concentration. Right, I think that's that layer. And then I think I missed something just down here. Yeah, look. Ah, you get a little one. Von Tao says, sorry, I don't catch many of your streams, didn't know. Oh, it's not that, it's just that I'd said that like 3 or 4 times already. Anyway, don't worry about it. It was just like, I pick out a question, it's that question again. Oh no, we're not near the top. There's more levels to this. It just keeps going and going. I got some jobs to do after this stream as well. Jobs around the house, cleaning, washing, all sorts of stuff. Hey X, do you think the material list in Light Malika is cheaty? Nope. Nope, it is a beautiful thing. I can hear the follow button going off. I haven't even said that. Thank you everyone for hitting the follow button. All those little noises in the ear, the ding-a-lings. Appreciate you. And if you haven't, well, consider. Slim chance of streaming again tomorrow, but mostly unlikely. Also, there's going to be, I think, an announcement with Minecraft Now, or something big going on with that. They've done some stuff where they've integrated it into the, like, the game's launcher, and... Ooh, am I at a purple wall? Like, on Bedrock, there's, like, a voting thing, and... So it might be a big deal. We'll have to wait and see. Right, now the question about purple wool is... How do I get some? I know. If only there was some sort of purple wool shop off in the distance. Stealth Possum, glad you enjoyed the admin behind the scenes stuff with the server. Good to know. Yeah, I always have like a list of things to do, and just felt like it was helpful to just incorporate it. It's interesting for all of you to see, and helps me keep on top of my video schedule, which it's been weird because like the idea is like not to put pressure on yourself or whatever, but I've just been logging on and playing and enjoying, right? Ever since I stopped doing the mega base, it's just like I'm just gonna log on and play, and you know, bumped into Zedaf, Corrales, and other hermits a bunch of times, and just had a total blast of it. So I've been like producing way more episodes than I thought I would. And it's been kind of fun. Kind of a little bit reminds me of like season 1 of Hermitcraft, you know. I was recording an episode on Friday, and by the end of the day, like I had a whole episode. I can't remember the last time that ever happened, just playing all day and having an episode made in one day, whereas back in the beginning of Hermitcraft, that was like every episode was, you know, I used to release them every other day, right? And it was pretty much just like constantly playing and pumping them out. Yeah, nice change of pace, says Lucy Bunny. It is. I kind of miss that. It's a interesting thing to juggle. You can see it across not just my videos, but all the hermits. Is like there's been a change in pace over the years, but it's a lot of the time it's been driven by like the projects getting bigger and bigger, which is a natural evolution, but it's not really sustainable, and I think it misses out on other aspects of the game. And so it's been real nice just to not sort of think through that lens all the time of like, how do I make this thing big and mega, and just like, just get on the server and have fun, you know? We got Neston FB gifting a sub to Z Bobstero. Thank you so much for the gifting of the sub. It is appreciated, and I hope you enjoy the stream. Right, what's our next talky topic for the day, chat? This tree ain't gonna build itself without a waffle. Purple wool. Smooth basalt. Mud. What's that one? Purple wool. Okay, Xida says, I feel nowadays the audience is expecting very different than 10 years ago. How YouTube works has changed so much. That is totally true. The type of video, the expectation, all of it's changed. The audience changes, all that ever happens, right? Can't go back and play like it was season 2 again, but I've certainly been enjoying that feeling a bit lately. But yeah, it's gone from YouTube being like this innocent hobby to being very gamified, and people like really hustling to figure out how to succeed, and that's raised the quality, you know, it's raised the quality of videos and content and what we do. It's certainly good to be pushed, but I think I can describe a little bit of what the problem is, and I'm going to just sit down first. I think, you know, if you look at what someone like Mr. Beast has done with their channel, they've been very different from what a lot of YouTubers do by branching out, scaling up, building a team. You know, Mr. Beast does what he does because he doesn't do everything. And a lot of YouTubers do everything, right? And so as the idea is more, better, better, you know, it's taking up more time and energy of the YouTuber who's behind the content. Now, if we on Hermitcraft, let's say we could hire helpers or something like that, and people come on and play with us, you know, like each hermit is a team of people, then all of a sudden, like, what we could achieve is different. And then you would be able to start to compete with some of those other type of experiences that are available. But it's like, it's not really like a Hermitcraft thing to say it's because of Hermitcraft we can't do that. It's, you know, I'm using Hermitcraft as an example. It's just not what's done. When you watch Minecraft YouTubers, they're pretty much most of the time just them. And there are some out there that work in teams and do that kind of stuff, but it now looks like it's a limitation in the wake of like what can be achieved with teams, right? Okay, let's go and do this. I used to think of all YouTubers as rich because of the big ones, but after watching some of the other hermits like Joe with less subs, I realised that's definitely not the case. Well, yeah, like the size of your audience, not just that, but other factors too, like determine how much revenue you can make and whatnot. Like sometimes there's like weird differences in YouTube where like the same amount of views on one channel compared to another, you can get paid like totally different amounts in revenue because it is just one really big weird system of all kinds of measurements and metrics. But yeah, like the size of your audience and the amount of viewers you attract and how long they stick around and watch for, all of those are factors in how much revenue you make from YouTube. Is that one? Oh, that's powder. Has that got a block below it? Oh, it does. Okay, I just couldn't see it. Uh-huh. Oops. Right, that one's mud, which we got over here. Oh, another suggestion to use middle click on this mod. Ah! Didn't want to fall down there. Bad time with Scar. Oh dear. Dang it! Oh, I need more of this now, don't I? Dang it! Rightio. Here's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I probably... So I got the materials to build one of these together, but not two, and there's 3 in total. So I think even though it's not finished, probably best just to save it for another day. And then I'll make sure I come over here with some materials and we can build it all properly. It kind of probably looks like it's finished though if you were just like flying past. So we can probably get away with leaving it like that for now. How do you get your light Malika to look so good? You just got to go into the menu and configure in the render options and, you know, make it look like you want to, I guess. Pulse says no, don't go, X. Oh god, I've been streaming for too long, I've got to go! Ah, oh, you reminded me. Dang it! I didn't realise. Well, see you everyone, bye. Pulse, it's like you want me to end the stream or something. Gosh. How could I do such a thing? Look at that. Look at that beautiful inventory management skills, apparently, right there. Mm-hmm. Am I missing one? No, I'm holding the extra one. Hey, it's Aphelion! 89 months! Pizza time. Enjoy your evening, everyone. Pizza sounds good. It sounds good. Thank you for tuning in, my dude, but you've arrived right at the end. I have decided that that's enough for enough today. I do have some jobs to do, so I'm heading out of here. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing, resubscribing, donating, and cheering. I appreciate all of your support. Thanks to the mods, the patrons, the peeps gifting subs. Y'all are appreciated. Be sure to hit that follow button. And you can also hit the raid button if you'd like to be a part of a raid. Gonna send you over to Impulse. Is Impulse on the server? He's not. He's probably not doing Hermitcraft. Anyway, that's it. Thank you. Take care.